What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another music video reaction. Today we're taking a look at the song titled Lady from EXID, who's unfortunately not making a comeback as a full group, but you know, it is what it is, and there are some things that are more important than, you know, participating in, well, doing anything, doing your job. Mostly that, you know, taking care of yourself, being healthy is much more important than, of course, being well, doing your job. Like I said, you know, that applies to me, that applies to anybody or anything else. So as much as I wish this was like, you know, all of the members participating, I cannot be upset, you know. So either way, it doesn't ultimately, when it comes to the sound of the music and what I care about and why I listen to these songs, doesn't matter. So I'm going to do what I do in all of my videos here, and I'm going to listen to this song. I'm going to give you guys my honest first impression, thoughts, and opinions on it, to let you guys know whether I like the song or not. So if you want to hear more stuff like that, click the subscribe button so that you can stay updated with everything that I'm doing. So with all that being said, let's get this song started. Okay, well, we're doing a little old school retro hip hop. I got it. Add a little, is there a little... That's high note. I like this. I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, this is such a great song, but haven't gotten to that point yet. Haven't quite done anything like that for me yet. What is that outfit? Jeez. I dig this. This is, you know, obviously from the fact that this looks like it's like a coming straight off a VHS tape. And also, you know, some of the elements in the music video and the cinematography and that stuff too is definitely like, you know, got vibes of like old music videos and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not, I was gonna say, it's not exactly like Wonder Girls levels of emulating the 80s and stuff like that, but of course it's a completely different genre, but I think they're doing a pretty darn good job of doing that. So that's, I think it's a fair compare, or it's a appropriate comparison, but they're two completely different sounds, so can't say one's done better than the other. But I like that. I like this a lot. That was a nice song. That was pretty good. I think it's definitely over the last couple of years, probably. I want to know. Although you know, their entire, you know, Night Rather Than Day album and all that stuff was probably one of my favorite albums that they've ever released. And yeah, I don't know. This is like, I feel really weird about this group, because like, I really love their albums and all that stuff, before they became popular and before people knew who they were. Like, those are probably my favorite albums from that group, or from this group. Of course, I still like their other music. Their other music is definitely really, really good stuff too, but at the same time, it's not my favorite stuff. So I've kind of been thinking, you know, that, well, and it's obvious too, off of the fact of their album sales and just sales in general on anything that they've released after the first couple of releases since after Oh Yeah, that they've kind of lost it in terms of like they haven't captured the K-pop audience as a whole in the same way that they have with that they did over that couple of years. Which, of course, is not to say that they're, absolutely just dying as a group, because they're not. They're doing pretty well for themselves. But they're not, like, on top of K-pop, or they're not on, at the front of everyone's mind, and people aren't talking about them like they were in the past. And, they're probably trying to find a way to get back to that. If you look at how frequently, within the last 3 releases over the last year and a half or so, or 2 years, how they've completely changed up their sound and the vibe of their music, they're trying to find something that's going to click again, which is fine. That's what you're supposed to do. I thought they had a really, really good song a couple of years ago, and album with their whole Night Rather Than Day and all that stuff was really, really good. Turns out it was a total, absolute huge flop, unfortunately. Their previous release with DDD or whatever, whatever you want to say that in Korean, because it's different. That was not my favorite song from them, but sold much better. So I'm kind of interested to kind of hear, of course, whether this whole, going straight back to the 80s or 90s or whatever you want to say, and kind of emulating a little bit of a hip hop sound, not emulating a little, but emulating a retro hip hop sound in this song, whether that's going to be the thing that gets their attention, that gets people's attention, because like doing retro and emulating stuff from way back in the day is definitely something that like reliably gets groups' attention. It reliably captures people's attention, because, you just release a song, and international fans specifically, but also, fans in Korea as well. I don't know necessarily if they have a little bit of nostalgia for those days, if they were older or younger even, but they kind of hear it and they recognize it, and they're like, yeah, I listened to that. I listened to stuff that sounded like that when, because of my parents, because, growing up, because my parents listened to that kind of stuff. So that's cool, man. That's definitely cool. That a group that I like, or that is a group that is like my age and in my era of music, is doing stuff similar to that sounds like that. That's really, really cool. And then, maybe some of the older fans or older people in general will be like, hey, that's pretty cool. That reminds me of when I was a younger person. And I don't know necessarily that the older people would buy it, but it's just something that is definitely that kind of is much more interesting, because it's different from the rest of, what everyone else is doing. So, I really, really like this song as a song. I think it's really, really good. But, an added layer on top of that, of course, which is the identity of this entire song, is the fact that it's a retro hip hop song, or an old school, it's a throwback. We'll say it's a throwback hip hop song. Is like the defining characteristic of this song, is the defining moment of this song. And, there isn't necessarily anything for me personally, and any element of this that like stands out that I can like pick apart. But, you'll probably have to go talk to someone who's a producer or someone like that who actually has the, the music knowledge to pick something apart. But, as far as just the general trend of what this group has been releasing, I think that this is going to do pretty okay for them, and they're going to potentially see an increase in sales compared to their previous album, purely because, the throwback, sounds, no matter who you are, is always something that kind of brings a little bit more attention than releasing something that is just going with the flow of K-pop, or, just something that is more contemporary sounding. It's always going to be something that's going to capture a little bit more attention. And so as a promo song, this is going to be something that's actually going to work out pretty well for them, I predict. The ultimate, factor though, is whether or not the rest of this album is actually good or is going to capture people's attention. And that's kind of the thing that really, really matters at the end of the day. So I'm definitely kind of interested very, very interested to see what's anything else associated with this sounds like, because I think there is like a mini album at the very least that goes with this song, and I'm definitely going to be checking that out for sure. So that's all I got. I don't really have anything to say about the song specifically, because like I said, I'm not like the producer. I don't have the music knowledge to check all this stuff out. Not like a producer, musician, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I don't have the music training, so I'm not like going to, you know, dive into like all of the chord progressions and all that kind of stuff, because I couldn't tell you anything about that. But, you know, what I can talk about is just the bass trend and all that stuff that this song is not following in this instance, and kind of talk about it in that regard. So that's what I gotta say. I want to know what you guys think about this song. Do you think it's going to do well for EXID? Do you think it's going to be a total failure? Do you think they're going to flop because of it again, like they did a couple of years ago? Whatever. What do you think? What do you like about the song? What do you not like about the song? You know, definitely want to hear what you guys have got to say. So don't be afraid to share your thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are, of course, because I'm trying to build a community here that is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are. So if you're interested in joining that community, joining and becoming a part of the discussion, click the subscribe button down below this video so that you can, you know, join, become a part. And of course, if you want to make sure that you do not miss a single video that I upload in the future, click the bell icon also below this video so that you can turn on notifications. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.